welcome to week 6 of the final drive. She's Jordan Reed. I'm Zach Hanley. Now, I've been told you can get a lot done in 8 hours, but for us right now, we're working overtime for football. Jordan, you see what I did there?
Yeah, okay, Zach. Let's stick to your day job. No jokes, just football. And our game of the week had big 8 implications. Yeah, Verona has been all gas, no breaks after its week 1 loss. The Wildcats finally land in the rankings. They're sitting 9th in Division I, got a 4-game win streak going, sporting a perfect record at home, and we'll have to defend it tonight against conference opponent Madison Memorial. It's coming off its first loss of the season. Now, picking this up minutes before halftime, Spartans trailing 13-7. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Well, clearly that pays off. They convert. They convert. PAT is blocked, so this game is tied up at 13. Verona not looking for a tie ball game at halftime. Caden Kilson gets to work with minutes to go. He hits Mike Valachek right in the end zone for the go-ahead score. This one stays close until the end. The Wildcats win it 27-20, 5 straight wins, and they're still perfect on their home turf.
Quite a 2-week stretch for some Prairie West. Last week, they face off against your crosstown rival for the first time, and this week, well, you get undefeated and defending Division II champ Waunakee. Remember, Warriors haven't lost since November 22nd of 2019, and they started fast. Garrett Lenzendorf sets his feet and chucks it deep to Mitchell Jarosinski. And just like that, it's 7-0 Keith. Some Prairie West looking to answer, but you know what? It's a fumble. Waunakee pounces on it, and that would lead to this. A few plays later, it's Lenzendorf, this time with a much shorter pass. He hits Robert Booker, and Booker is heading straight into your living room. All Waunakee in this one, 54-0, the final. 3 games into their Badger large play, Oregon is undefeated and sits atop of the conference standings. But it's about to get a whole lot tougher for these Panthers with Sun Prairie East. And who's running the prompter? Let's keep going. Well, all right, Sun Prairie East and Waunakee next. Just roll the video. We seem to be lost here. First things first for the Panthers, a date with the Cardinals, who put up 54 points last week, but the Panther D came up big on the first drive of the game. Trevor Barlow comes in and knocks the ball loose. Oregon recovers, but that was the only stop they get. Jerry Kaminsky hits Cortez the Grant on the screen, and the Grant does the rest. He zigs and zags and then throws up the deuces. 37 yards on the score. SPE goes up 7-0. Now they get the ball back, and Evan Richmond, well, he can move. He gets to the corner, and he gone. 66 yards to the house. All Sun Prairie East tonight. They win 52-7.
3 straight wins for Mount Horeb Barneveld, and the last 2 have been on the road. Picking up those dubs have led the Vikings to a perfect 3-0 conference record so far. Tonight, they've returned to their stomping grounds to host Fort Atkinson. The Blackhawks riding a 2-game skid into the Badger Small matchup. Blackhawks try to establish the run game, but that's a no-go against MHB's defense. Dane Bross takes to the air, finds Eli Kosen downfield, shakes off a few defenders for the first touchdown of the game. The Vikings respond just seconds later. On the kick return, Owen Presmusburger turns on the Jets, takes it all the way to the house. We've got a ball game at Mount Horeb. The tie doesn't last long, though. Bross and company, they're going to quickly punch in the go-ahead tutty at the start of the second quarter, but the Vikings, they get it done in come-from-behind fashion. They win this one big, 55-21. Monroe taking its talents on the road to Delavan Darien. The Cheesemakers blank them 55-0. Reedsburg heads to Onalaska, where the Hilltoppers get the shutout 35-0, the final. Just 2 teams in the Capital Conference are undefeated. Both are ranked, and yes, one of them is Columbus. The Cardinals are breezing past their opponents every single week. The team is averaging almost 52 points a game. Edgewood up for the challenge tonight. The Crusaders head to Columbus fresh off their first loss, but they still have 4 wins under their belt. Well, if there's one thing we know about Columbus, they love to run the ball. First quarter, Colton Brunell breaks a tackle, gets to the outside, and gets it in for the score to make it 7-0 Cardinals. Then later in the quarter, it's Brunell again. He goes straight up the gut for 6 to make it 14-0 Columbus. And why not one more for Brunell? Another handoff and another touchdown. 241 yards, 4 TDs tonight for him. Columbus shuts out Edgewood 37-0.
Now, staying in the Capital Conference, Lodi made quick work of Bigfoot tonight. The Blue Devils and the Cardinals of Columbus will face each other next week in an undefeated clash. And down in the SWC, it was Lancaster over Platteville, 28-7. It's a rivalry week in the Swall. Darlington and Mineral Point meeting for the 121st time. The Redbirds lead the all-time series with 89 wins and have won the last 2 meetings. 1894 was the first game played in the series. No score in the second. Darlington on the move, but Mineral Point comes up huge. Pointers dive on the loose ball, and they turn the turnover into points. Eli Lindsay connects with Tremaine Kenneker in the end zone. Mineral Point led 7-0 at the half, but the second half was all Darlington. Braylon Goebel gets in for 6, and the Redbirds get the rivalry win 20-7. Belleville also a winner tonight. The Wildcats and Redbirds are both undefeated in conference play, and in the Trailways, it was Cambria-Friesland over Randolph in a top 10 tilt. The Hilltoppers topped the Rockets 20-16.